Today, let's draw a holiday or a winter sweater. This winter sweater could be used for all kinds of things. You could put an alien in it, a yeti, a bear. I'm going to be turning this into a self portrait. So we're going to start with in the middle of our paper and make a kind of a curvy line that goes across. Then we're going to draw two lines that come down that curve a little bit for our scarf and then connect it with a larger smile line. Now you can pause and rewind if you need to, but then when you're ready, you're going to find the corner of each side and bring it down on either side. Just like that. This is the basic shape for our sweater and scarf. Now we're going to put our fashion designer hats on. We are going to design the sweater. The first thing you want to do is, I'm wearing a Christmas sweater right now, actually. The first thing you want to do is pick a color of marker to decide what color is this collar or scarf going to be. I think I'm going to choose this purpley pink color, and I'm going to just trace around the outside. This is the first step to making a beautiful level 4 coloring masterpiece. So we're going to carefully, I'm using kind of the side of my marker to get a nice bold line around the edge, and this is going to help me stay in the lines later when I color it. The next thing I want you to do is pick another color for your stripes on your sweater. Each stripe is going to have a different pattern on it. So start from one side and make a curve to the other side. Go underneath it a little bit and do it again. And then repeat for as many times as you would like to fill your sweater. I'm going to start with just 3 lines across right for now. I can always add more later. Okay, the fun part. Let's start adding some patterns. What kind of patterns are you going to add? I'm going to start with a green marker to make some stripes, vertical stripes that go across the entire first section of my sweater. Now you could do anything you'd like. You could make these wavy lines. You could make these spirals. You could make these squares. The possibilities are endless. But if you'd like to follow along with me, go ahead. Once you decide the pattern for your first section, let's decide the pattern for the next one. So let's grab another color. And I think for this one, I'm going to draw my own design in here. So I'm going to do some snowflakes. You could do trees in here, ornaments, if it's around Christmas time. You could do anything you want, really. Or like I said, you could just do polka dots if you don't want to draw something in. So I'm going to go ahead and do a pattern of these like really thick, detailed snowflakes and then these very basic snowflakes. So I'm going to do a thick one here and then fill in the rest of my section with that pattern of thick, detailed snowflake, regular, simple snowflake. Thick, detailed snowflake, regular, easy snowflake. Now I've got a lot of empty spots of white around those snowflakes. So I think I'm going to use my marker and add lots of little dots that kind of show snow maybe falling, some small snowflakes that you can't see the details of around the outside. Again, this is totally 100% up to you. Another fun idea would be hearts or something if it's getting close to Valentine's Day. For the next section, I decided to make another line to make it a little smaller. And now I'm going to do these zigzag patterns that create these triangles that I can color in later. So I'm just going to draw them in first, and we're going to do the coloring at the end. Now we can add maybe another stripe if you need to. And I'm going to do these square shapes inside of this one. And I think I'm going to color these a different pattern when I get to it. All right, how about some polka dots? Like I said, maybe you have some big polka dots. Maybe you have some small ones. My polka dots are almost in a zigzag pattern as well. I've got a small polka dot, big polka dot, small polka dot, big polka dot. And they kind of look like they're going in a zigzag. Now I'm going to fill in some of the empty space again with maybe some smaller polka dots of a different color. Did you notice that I'm kind of using a color scheme here? I'm using mostly cool colors, blues, purples, greens, and then a little bit of pink. What kind of color scheme would you add in your holiday sweater? This is fun. This is called a castle line, or that's at least what I call it, where it goes over, up, down, all the way across, and I can have fun coloring that in later as well. And I'm thinking that looks good for my basic patterns. Now we're going to use some crayons to color it in. Crayons don't get enough love. Crayons are amazing. I love using crayons, especially to color in after I drew things with marker. So I like to go around the outside with my marker and then fill it in with the crayon. Now you might notice that if your crayons have been used a lot, you're going to have to tear off some of the corner pieces just to make some more of that crayon show so that's easier to color with. And notice that I'm coloring in a circular pattern, a circular motion, and I'm going over my coloring a lot of times. So the more I layer over a top of my crayon, the brighter the color is going to be, the nicer it's going to look, the more level 4 of an artist I will be. So take your time and really relax as you are adding those layers of crayons and going in that circular motion. Okay, now we don't want to have any white spaces showing. So even though I already drew a pattern that doesn't really need to be colored in specifically for this section, I'm going to take another color and fill in over top of my marker lines. I'm going to use a blue. And I know that blue crayons are lighter than blue markers, so I can actually just take this blue and just color right over top of my blue markers that I drew the snowflakes with, and it's just going to fill in all those white gaps, and it's going to make it look so nice. By the way, one of the reasons I thought it would be cool to use crayons for this is because the texture of the crayon looks different than the marker, and it gives it kind of a fuzzy effect. We've been talking about texture a lot in art class, and texture is just the way something feels. And the texture that the crayon creates more of a fuzzy effect, like your sweater is fuzzy. Bonus, you can actually kind of mix your crayon colors together. So I have this lighter blue that I can actually mix into my darker blue to make it a little bit lighter or a little bit more of a greenish blue. So don't be shy. Go ahead and mix some of your crayon colors together and get all of those white spots. We don't want any white spots showing today. That is your goal, to color all the white spots of your sweater. There should be nothing that's white at the end. Now that you've got the basics of coloring with crayons, let's go ahead and fast forward. You're going to notice that I peel my crayons a lot. I go in a circular motion a lot, and I do big areas first and then fill in the small areas after that to make it a little bit easier for myself. You're also going to notice that I turn my paper a lot to make it more comfortable to color into some of those tricky spaces. So as you're watching, take a look at my hands and how I move the paper as I go and go in a little circular pattern to create that beautiful level 4 textured effect with my crayons. You might even notice that I switched to markers in some areas when I want the color to be darker. Did you notice did a pattern with my squares in this section? What color should I use here? I think I'm going to go for an orangey pink color. This looks pretty good. And after that, I have all of my white spaces colored in. Even my really light pink is beautiful. I know it doesn't show up a whole lot on that white paper, but it makes a really subtle pink effect that I love. So every single white spot is colored in on my sweater. I am finished, and next time I'll show you how to draw yourself all snuggly buggly inside that cozy sweater. See you next time. Love, your cozy art teacher.